Thank you so much, Ibrahim Balde of the Issues That Matters, the ITM US-based online TV or online platform. I thank you so much, Ibrahim Balde, for your question, where you inquired about my take or postmortem on the recently concluded Bantanjang and Kayaf wards by-election that won by the ruling NPP. Of course, with me amid mixed feelings, which is equally very disappointing and embarrassing for the opposition, the Gambian opposition, especially the opposition parties that contested against the NPP. The results are disheartening, given the fact that the failings, like I was arguing on Facebook this morning, while I was reading mixed feelings, mixed analysis from various segments of Gambian society, I would say that the results are disappointing for the opposition, and there are several factors that one needs to take into account. How did the NPP manage to win the Kayaf ward by-election, which is in the Kiangs, and also a NATO alliance, APRC NATO alliance stronghold, such as the Bantanjang ward in the heart of the Fonyis. One would conclude that certain things may have gone wrong. This is a wake-up call for the opposition, the UDP and other opposition parties. The voter register, chiefly or key among very reasons that could underline, that could may lead to the victory, to the NPP victory. Because if you look at the Kayaf ward, look at Medina 1, where the NPP is said to have pulled 355 votes against the UDP that pulled only 37 votes, giving a total of 492 instead of 392, with a difference of 100 votes. If these records are anything to go by, where did the IEC get these 100 votes? Are they ghost votes? This will bring us back to the voter register that are highly alleged to have been inflated, to have been tampered with during the last 2020 or 2021 supplementary voter registration. The reasons that the UDP and the other opposition parties that contested the 2021 presidential elections were voter rigging, inflated voter registration, unofficial voter registration, which may have given way for the NPP in these two elections. I am saying that is my view, because these 100 votes in the Kayaf ward in Medina 1 is so worrisome, Ibrahim. I think unless and until the opposition together in a coalition of the willing, in a grand coalition, are able to stand up against the IEC and say there must be a fresh voter registration process where illegal voters, alien voters that were registered, that were captured in the last register, are eliminated completely from the voter register, it will be difficult to remove President Barrow in 2026. Baba Balde, the voter register is the $1 million question. The bottleneck for the opposition and the Gambian people, for the Gambian people to be able to liberate ourselves from Barrow's failed and satanic regime, that are experts, that has experts, whose enablers are experts in fraud, in electoral fraud, giving the voter register, giving the registration of non-Gambians across the Senegalese border and other parts within the country. Unless the opposition are able to ensure this, it might appear that removing Barrow in 2026 will be an idle dream. We still have the voter register. We still have the 2021 voter register to go by. Yes, where you have ghost voters. Because where does these 100 voters, 100 difference in 100 voters difference came from in the Kayab ward? I stand to be corrected. This is what I saw on social media. I've had a lot of analysis from different politicians, from the opposition and from the NPP. Unless the opposition parties are able to come together, like the other analysis, like you had to say that the Talib Bensouda split is highly responsible for the defeat of the UDP in the Kayab ward. Well, in as much as I condemned the defection, I condemned the split because it does not tell well. But I don't think that is responsible. With or without Talib was with the UDP as organizing secretary, including all the executives that he left with in 2021 when they lost the presidential election to the NPP due to the voter register. So, with or without Talib, the same result could have been possible. Still, on the voter register, on the IEC, and the use of force and threats by the Barrow administration. These are factors that may give way, that may make may enhance victory. Because if you look at the voter register, look at the attestation process, where alcalos and chiefs are threatened openly by the president and other executives, such as some of his ministers, Demba Sabali Pase, Hamad Ba, in platforms, in open platforms, where they called on alcalos to support the government or to issue attestation to people that they perceive that they may perceive to be Gambians without documents. You see the attestation issue is a stumbling block for the opposition to liberate this country, to ensure democratic regime change. Because the Barrow desperate regime would use that as a means to reach out to alien voters. If you look at the voter register, you of course know that in 2021, the UDP and other opposition parties refused to accept the 2021 presidential election, claiming rigging. The UDP went to court and they lost it. And some of the reasons they gave were unofficial voter registration. You know, they claimed that there were certain registration centers that operated, that were outside IEC jurisdiction, official jurisdiction. Majum Pase, the president's real estate company premises were alleged to have been used as a registration center, unofficial, and others. Now, if you still have those votes, those voters are still captured in our register. If who knows whether around the Bantanjangs and the Kiangs and other areas within the Senegalese borderline, if some of those alien voters who may have been transported during the 2021 presidential election were equally transported, were smuggled in. I am not claiming that, I am giving my assumption
Because for me, in as much as we are going to election with this voter register, for me, Ibrahim Osoriba, I would not be assured of a free and fair election. Because the president said it. The president is determined to rig, to steal the election. This is my personal opinion. It's my take. It's not UDP's opinion. It's nobody's opinion. It's my personal opinion. I am saying the president and his enablers would stop at nothing in stealing and rigging the election. Every election per se. Especially where it becomes impossible.
Mr.